You're listening to the MVT Countdown on Apex One Radio, the official pre-tournament slot for the 2025 Midwest Veterans Tournament. We've got you covered with the latest updates from Columbus as preparations ramp up for this much-awaited soccer fiesta. It's the MVT Countdown, only on Apex One Radio. Let the game play on.
Thank you so much. Midwest Veteran Countdown, the MVT Countdown #1 on Apex One Radio. Today is May the 19th, 2025. Just 4 days to the start of the 2025 edition of the Midwest Veterans Tournament. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to Apex One Radio. Welcome to this first edition of the MVT Countdown #4. My name is Ernest Kanjo. Maxwell Adil is producing this first edition of the show from Waldshut in Germany. And we have in collaboration from Evaris Capo and, of course, the entire Columbus veterans crew. Once again, thank you so much and welcome. And so the city of Columbus is set to host the 2025 Midwest Veterans Tournament. Columbus will be hosting the tournament for the first time since inception in 2022. And according to the local organizing committee for the competition, the city is ready to accommodate delegations from other competing states and, of course, competing cities from May the 22nd, when the teams start arriving, till May the 26th, when the last of the teams depart from Columbus. And so Columbus veterans got the hosting right from a negotiation with sister side, Sinde Veterans FC, which agreed that the former organize the MVT for this year as a way of warming up for the upcoming National Veterans Tournament built for August this year in Columbus. And in the heart of the United States, a powerful tradition is taking root, one that blends passion for soccer with the enduring spirit of service. It's called the Midwest Veterans Tournament, or call it MVT, and it's quickly becoming a celebrated fixture for the region's sporting calendar. But what is the Midwest Veterans Tournament all about? Our reporter, Shin Tebong, traces the origin of the MVT. Shin.
Thank you, Ernest. Launched in 2022, the MVT is more than just a game. It's a regional soccer tournament that brings together veteran teams from across the Midwest, including states like Ohio, Iowa, Michigan, Minnesota, Wisconsin, and Illinois. Cities like Columbus, Chicago, Detroit, and Minneapolis, Cleveland as well, Cincinnati, all field teams with players who proudly wear the dual badge of athleticism and service. The idea behind the MVT was born out of a need to keep the veteran soccer community active, connected, and competitive between editions of the larger National Veteran Tournament, the NVT. Think of the MVT as a compact powerhouse, a smaller version of the NVT, designed to promote the veteran movement and build camaraderie through sports right here in the Midwest. And the competition is fierce for sure. Last year, fans witnessed an electric final where Vet Stars of Minnesota triumphed over Michigan Veterans FC to lift the trophy. This year, 12 teams are locked in and ready to battle it out once again for regional glory. These teams include Columbus Veterans Soccer Club, 20, that's they are the 2025 host team, Chicago Veterans Football Club, Sinde Veterans Soccer Club, Windy City Veterans Football Club, Kansas City Veterans Football Club, Cheeseheads Veterans Soccer Club, VetStar Soccer Club, New Boys Veterans Football Club, Cleveland Area Veterans Soccer Club, Iowa Veterans Soccer Club, York Youth Football Soccer Club, and Michigan Veterans Soccer Club. More than just goals and victories, the MVT is about community, resilience, and the enduring love of the game. A celebration of veterans who continue to lead, inspire, and compete long after their time in uniform. Ernest?
Thank you so much, Shin Tebong. That was Shin there, looking at the origin of the Midwest Veterans Tournament, which kicked off.
You're listening to the Mvt Countdown on Apex One Radio, the official pre-tournament slot for the 2025 Midwest Veterans Tournament. We've got you covered with the latest updates from Columbus as preparations ramp up for this much-awaited soccer fiesta. It's the Mvt Countdown, only on Apex One Radio. Let the game play on.
This is Midwest Countdown, the first edition, 4 days to the start of the tournament. And so, designed as a regional counterpart of the National Veterans Tournament, that is the NVT. The MVT keeps veteran teams active and connected in between national competitions. It is more than just soccer. It is celebration of legacy, service, and of course, athleticism. And here in Columbus, preparations have been in full swing ever since the city secured the hosting rights. A local organizing committee was formed, overseeing series of subcommittees, tasked with everything from logistics to community engagement. Among these, there are the cleaning committee, the media committee, and of course, other committees that are playing this key role. Now, one of the most vibrant subcommittees so far has been the Vendors Committee, charged with organizing the economic fair that will run alongside their tournament at the Midwest Veterans Tournament Village. This marketplace will offer everything from food and grilled meat and fashion. Then there'll be crafts and merchandise as well, turning the event into a full-on cultural experience. Now, to ensure success, the Vendors Committee has leased out vendors slots to local entrepreneurs, giving them the opportunity to showcase their products and, of course, services to visitors and fans throughout their tournament. A validated list of vendors has now been finalized, and tonight we are excited to speak with one of the vendors who now joins us on the show. Good evening and welcome. How are you today? You may want to unmute yourself so we can hear you. Good evening. How are you?
Good evening to everyone. My name is Tebong. I'm a vendor for the Midwest Committee.
Mm, that's good. Thank you so much for joining us. Tell us how you got to know about the Midwest Veterans Tournament and how you became a vendor for this event.
I heard there was a football tournament. So through a friend of mine, I found out that I have a whole big community,
Mhm,
that my culture will be showcased and
mhm,
everything. So I said, "Oh, I have to also represent myself during this competition with our favorite Jews from our country
mhm.
and yogurt from our country."
Okay.
So I had to register through the right channel
Mhm.
and then be ready for the to sell during the tournament.
Right. So if I get you correctly, you will be selling some Cameroonian made juice and yogurt, correct?
Yes.
That's
So
interesting. Okay.
yes.
Tell us more about this business and what do you really offer and how can visitors find you when they come to Columbus for the event.
Okay, I for one I sell a Cameroonian traditional juice called folere. In English
Mhm.
is hibiscus flower.
Okay.
It's very good for your health. It lowers blood pressure and it helps to boost circulation in your body.
Hmm.
It is a very, very good juice to consume because it's good for your health. And I also sell fermented yogurt, which we call in Cameroon kosam,
Hmm.
which is also very good. It gives you calcium in your body. It helps your body strong. And I also do peanut sweet. That's granite sweet.
Hmm.
Also, this also helps your body, in terms of energy. As you move around, as you walk around, it's good to eat. You drink what is going to be of help in your body, regenerate your body.
Mm.
So um for you to get through us if you need to get one at the tournament, we will be under some canopies on the field.
Hmm.
We don't yet know exactly where we'll be positioned, but during that day, they're going to make all the participants present there. We are going to have someone indicate or direct them to where we will be located around there. So
Perfect.
it's good that we will love all the visitors to come around there because we will be showcasing our culture.
Mm.
Everything that is being sold there is basically African.
Mm.
So come along and visit. It's some sort of museum, but at the same time, you're learning, you're enjoying, you're getting happy.
Beautiful. So finally, just before you go away, what does being a vendor at the Midwest Veterans Tournament, hosted by Columbus, of course, mean to you and your business?
It means a lot for me. This is a big day for me to make a whole lot of adverts about
Mhm,
my product and also come in contact with all my people that I have maybe lost for a very long time. You
mhm,
know, it will help boost each and everyone. It's all about a give and take. You
mm,
know, it's all about a give and take where we meet people, we share our ideas, we communicate through our culture. That is the main thing, bringing our culture together.
mm. Thank you so much, Ernest Tebong. Ernest Tebong will be one of the vendors at this year's edition of the Midwest Veterans Tournament hosted by Columbus. Thank you so much, and do have a fantastic rest of the evening. Good luck.
Thank you so much. Bye bye.
Bye. And this is Midwest Countdown, number 4, 4 days to the start of the tournament.
You're listening to the MVT Countdown on Apex One Radio, the official pre-tournament slot for the 2025 Midwest Veterans Tournament. We've got you covered with the latest updates from Columbus as preparations ramp up for this much-awaited soccer fiesta. It's the MVT Countdown, only on Apex One Radio. Let the game play on.
This is Midwest Veteran Countdown. Still to come, we speak with one of the overseers of the organization of the MVT 2025 edition. He'll be joining us right ahead in this first edition of the MVT Countdown. But before he does that, and for a recap this year, 12 teams will be participating at this year's edition of the Midwest Veterans Tournament. We have the host team, that is Columbus Veterans Soccer Club, which will be participating. Of course, we have Vet Star Football Club of Minnesota, winners of last year's edition, which was hosted by Chicago. Then Michigan will be filling in as well. They'll be coming all the way from the state of Michigan to this year's edition of the competition. Then we have Cheesehead Veteran Football Club of Wisconsin that will be filling in as well in this year's edition of the MVT. Chicago, host of last year's edition of the tournament, will be traveling to Columbus again for yet another edition of their MVT. So there'll be one of the teams participating at the competition, just like Shin Veterans Soccer Club, just next door in Cincinnati and Dayton. They will be part of that competition as well. Then Cleveland Area Veterans Soccer Club will be filling in as well as one of the teams taking part in the MVT 2025 edition, just like New Boys Veterans FC of Minnesota. They will be in Columbus as well as part of their competition this year. Then Mock Youth FC will be joining the competition for the first time. It is a Columbus, Ohio based team, so they will definitely be playing at home in the tournament. Then we have Iowa Veterans Soccer Club that will be ferrying down to Columbus as well for the competition as one of the 12 teams participating this year. Then from Kansas City, we will have Kansas City Veterans as part of this year's edition of the MVT. Then that's the teams, of course. Those are the teams that will be taking part in this year's edition of the competition. 12 of them that will be vying for their loan ticket of the competition. We'll be right back with you. This is MVT Countdown.
You're listening to the MVT Countdown on Apex One Radio, the official pre-tournament slot for the 2025 Midwest Veterans Tournament. We've got you covered with the latest updates from Columbus as preparations ramp up for this much-awaited soccer fiesta. It's the MVT Countdown, only on Apex One Radio. Let the game play on.
Meantime, for the placings we have in Group A, Columbus will be in that group with New Boys Veterans FC of Minnesota, Kansas City Veterans, and Mock Youth FC. Group B for the competition, Vet Stars of Minnesota, Chicago Vet FC, Iowa FC, and Cheeseheads of Wisconsin. Then in Group 3 of the competition, that's Group C of the competition, we have Michigan Vet FC, Cindy FC, Cleveland Area FC, and of course, Windy City FC of Illinois. Then, for the fixtures of the competition, let's see what we have as fixtures for the competition. We have on day one, which should be Friday, uh, May the 23rd, we have Columbus taking on Kansas City for the first encounter. That will be at 2 p.m. 2:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Then New Boys FC would take on Mock Youths FC. The matches will be played simultaneously. That is at 2:30 p.m. Also at 2:30 p.m. on the same day for the group stage, we have in Group 2 or Group B, Vetstar FC versus Iowa Veterans at 2:30 p.m. Same time, we will have Chicago logging horns with Wisconsin, that is the Cheeseheads. Then 4 p.m., Group C, Michigan versus Cleveland Area Veterans. Same time, we will have Cindy Veterans versus Windy City. So those are the group stage matches for day one of the competition. Then for day two of the competition, still for the group stage, we have on Saturday, May the 24th at 11 a.m. Eastern Time, Columbus will lock horns with Mock Youth FC. That's going to be a local debut. Then Kansas City will battle it out with New Boys FC. Then same time, that is 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, Iowa will be taking on Chicago, while Vets Stars will be battling it out with Cheeseheads of Wisconsin. Then 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Windy City Veterans Football Club versus Michigan Veterans Football Club. Then Cleveland Area Veterans Football Club versus Windy City Veteran Football Club. That is at 12:30. It should be 12:30 p.m. So those are the matches that will take place for the group stage of the competition. Then we'll have the knockout phase, which will take place on Sunday, the 25th of May, 12:30 p.m. We'll have the plus 40 game, which will be quite interesting to watch, a recreational game, of course. Then that same day at 1:30 p.m., we will have the third place game. Then same time, that is simultaneously, we'll have the women's exhibition game going on. The final match will be played at exactly 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Sunday, May the 25th. So that's as far as the games are concerned for the Midwest Veterans Tournament 2025, hosted by Columbus. Once again, thank you so much. And we'll be right back with you this time to speak with one of the overseer in terms of organization of the competition. We'll be right back with you.
You're listening to the MVT Countdown on Apex One Radio, the official pre-tournament slot for the 2025 Midwest Veterans Tournament. We've got you covered with the latest updates from Columbus as preparations ramp up for this much-awaited soccer fiesta. It's the MVT Countdown, only on Apex One Radio. Let the game play on.
Thank you so much once again. Thank you and welcome back. This is MVT Countdown. Now joining us is Elizi Dengam. Elizi is General Ops. He belongs to the General Ops Committee. I would imagine it's the committee that oversees the subcommittees as they prepare for the tournament. Elizi, welcome to the program. How are you today?
I'm doing okay, Ernest. Thank you very much for having me tonight.
Great. My first question is this: for how long have you been preparing for this competition?
I mean, to be honest with you, it always starts when you win the bid.
Hmm.
Because right after you win the bid, it starts. So since last year, we've been preparing for that.
Hmm.
And just for your viewer to understand, Columbus is one of the pioneer when it comes to the MVT. So we were actually in the forefront,
Hmm.
organizing this competition. So therefore, there's a specific, there is some kind of emotional attachment to this event that
Hmm.
Columbus has. So really, we've been preparing for, to answer your question, we've been preparing for years now.
Hmm. And I do understand you actually put in place committees to ensure the organization in various components. Can you throw more lights on these committees? So, which are the committees and what do they do precisely?
Yes. As you know, it's important. This is all hands on deck, as
Hmm.
we always say. So all these committees, has a mission. The ultimate goal is to make sure, we have our community, the Cameroonian community, as well as the African community and the entire Ohio community, to come together to to celebrate these evenings. I mean, this tournament. I'm sorry.
Hmm.
And so, in order to do that, you have to have multiple people coming together. So that's the reason why we have different committee put together, such as the security committees. We got to make sure people that come to see the show, to see the tournament, to witness the event, goes home safe as they came in.
Hmm.
Um, we have the vendor committee. I saw you interview Eris, which is one of our vendor, and we appreciate her and her team coming in. So those guys will be sharing the culture, right? So it's not just about soccer, but it's also about sharing the culture. And
Hmm.
Columbus uh, takes every opportunity to do that. So we have um, the beverage committee. I will call it the beverage committee,
Hmm.
that will ensure that everybody that comes in, after eating something, can have some to drink and so on. So we have bunch of committees working, behind the scene, from the entertainment, to the hall protocol and so on, that comes into play.
Hmm.
But at the end of the day, every single body that we can have, will contribute to uh, the success of this edition.
We're just 4 days to the start of the competition, and I would imagine that the committees have definitely reported back to you. Now, from what they are saying, is everything set?
Everything is said because everything is challenging.
Mm.
To be sitting here and say, oh, everything is just no, everything's we're expecting more than 2,000 people,
Mm.
in Columbus. You don't see that every day. Maybe around June, when festivals, season opens. But again, for soccer, you don't see that all the time.
Mhm.
So we're expecting that amount of people, and so therefore there's a huge logistic, build around it. And
Mhm.
so, kudos to all the committees member, as well as the head of the committees, that are working, every single day. I mean, we've
Mhm.
been in meetings where, we schedule the meeting for 2 hours and we end up going, ending the meeting at 1 a.m. the next day. So really the guys are working. And at the end of the day, I can tell you today that we're ready. We're ready. We're ready because there's still challenges that we will address until this tournament shut down.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So my last question will be this: are you in touch with the teams that will be visiting, and have they been assured that Columbus is ready to receive and accommodate them?
Yes. We've been in contact with all the president. We've been in contact with all the teams leaders. They can't wait to come to Columbus.
Mhm,
Fine. Columbus, we're starting with the MVT, and this is going to be a good, this whole tournament serve as a sparring partner for
mhm,
each team, because the majority of these teams, will be part of the NVT, as you know, and I know you and your team will be there. So we look forward for that. But again, all these guys will be there, and so they can't wait to be in Columbus. They can't wait, to show what we're probably going to see at the NVT. But they're ready. Hotels have been booked. You know, we're going to share some cultures at the field. We also going to be ready for the nightlife. From Friday to Saturday, especially Saturday with the white party. You know, artists. Artists like Prophet Kitty Drogba and Kamini, our star who came to Cameroon especially for this edition. So again, if you allow me, I just want to seize this opportunity to talk to the community. Please get your ticket now. The last time when I checked with the committee in charge of this, they told me that it's just about uh, probably 5 or 6 tables left. You know, please go ahead and do that because we're gonna have fun.
And this is what to thank you so much for joining us on the program. We look forward to talking to you again before we run up this countdown series ahead of the Midwest Veterans Tournament that begins on Friday. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ernest.
This is MVT Countdown. We'll be right back.
You're listening to the MVT Countdown on Apex One Radio, the official pre-tournament slot for the 2025 Midwest Veterans Tournament. We've got you covered with the latest updates from Columbus as preparations ramp up for this much-awaited soccer fiesta. It's the MVT Countdown, only on Apex One Radio. Let the game play on.
Let the ball roll. It's the MVT Countdown. To end this maiden edition of the show, we just want to give you a recap of Columbus's weather on the days of the competition, so that if you are coming to town, then know exactly what you are expecting. And so on Thursday, May the 22nd, it is going to rain in the city of Columbus. So it's going to be a rainy Thursday with temperatures getting as high as 57. And on Friday, it's not going to rain, but it's going to be a cloudy Friday with temperatures as high as 57. I hope that is good enough for the game of soccer. Then we are going to have 46 degrees as low on Friday, May the 23rd. On Saturday, May the 24th, it's going to rain in the city of Columbus. Take note, with temperatures getting as high as 62 degrees Fahrenheit with a low of 50 degrees Fahrenheit. On Sunday, that is the day of the final of the tournament, the temperatures will rise to 65 degrees Fahrenheit, and we're going to have a low of 54 degrees. It's going to be partly sunny on that Sunday. Then on Monday, it's going to rain again in the city of Columbus with 65 degrees as high and 58 degrees as low. So if you are coming to town, that is what you're expecting as temperature in Columbus. This is MVT Countdown. We are running off.
You're listening to the MVT Countdown on Apex One Radio, the official pre-tournament slot for the 2025 Midwest Veterans Tournament. We've got you covered with the latest updates from Columbus as preparations ramp up for this much-awaited soccer fiesta. It's the MVT Countdown, only on Apex One Radio. Let the game play on.
Collaboration for this show came from Evaris Kapom, Kevin Foy, Focha, Valentine, and of course, all the members of the Columbus Veterans Soccer Club. Our guest on the show was Iris Tebong, who is a vendor at this year's edition of the tournament. Our reporter on the show was Shin Tebong, who took us back to when the tournament was created. Our producer, Maxwell Ajit, joins me, Ernest Kanjo, in wishing you all the best. Thank you so much for listening and watching. Good night and have a fantastic rest of the day. May God bless you.
African soul burning bright. The drums of home are calling loud. We wear our years bold and proud. Legends of time.
You're listening to the Mvt Countdown on Apex One Radio, the official pre-tournament slot for the 2025 Midwest Veterans Tournament. We've got you covered with the latest updates from Columbus as preparations ramp up for this much-awaited soccer fiesta. It's the Mvt Countdown, only on Apex One Radio. Let the game play on.
The drums of home are calling loud. We wear our years bold and proud. Legends of time, stories to tell. Still in the game, still playing well. From Accra to Douala, from Lagos to Goma. Unique is moving, veterans strong, always grooving. Veterans rise, we play with pride. The spirit of Africa never hides. With every goal,
You're listening to the Mvt Countdown on Apex One Radio, the official pre-tournament slot for the 2025 Midwest Veterans Tournament. We've got you covered with the latest updates from Columbus as preparations ramp up for this much-awaited soccer fiesta. It's the Mvt Countdown, only on Apex One Radio. Let the game play on.